Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're exploring the lives of 15 renowned celebrities whose lives and legacies were tragically cut short by AIDS. Join us as we delve into their stories, their immense contributions to the arts, and how their premature departures left indelible marks on the entertainment industry. Now, let's begin. Freddie Mercury, born Farrokh Bulsara on September 5, 1946 in Zanzibar, now Tanzania, was the dynamic lead vocalist and flamboyant frontman of the legendary rock band Queen. With an extraordinary vocal range and electrifying stage presence, Mercury shot Queen to international success, churning out timeless classics such as Bohemian Rhapsody and We Will Rock You. In the peak of his fame during the 1970s and 1980s, Mercury, a magnetic performer, became an iconic figure in music. Tragically, on November 24, 1991, at the young age of 45, Mercury passed away due to complications from AIDS, which he had only publicly disclosed one day prior. His legacy continues through Queen's enduring music and as a beacon of artistic genius and tenacity in the wake of a relentless health crisis. Robert Reed, born on October 19, 1932 in Highland Park, Illinois, became widely recognized for his portrayal of Mike Brady on the beloved television series The Brady Bunch, which aired from 1969 to 1974. His career, rich with achievements on stage and screen, spanned several decades. As a respected figure in the entertainment industry during the 1970s, Reed's artistry was celebrated for its depth and versatility. Reed's life came to a tragic end on May 12, 1992, at the age of 59, when he succumbed to complications from AIDS. His passing was among the first in Hollywood to be publicly linked to the disease, making his death a somber milestone. Reed's legacy transcends his work on television, as his life and death became a poignant part of the narrative surrounding AIDS, contributing to the growing discourse and awareness of the epidemic's reach within the arts community. Rock Hudson, born Roy Harold Scherer Jr. on November 17, 1925, in Winnetka, Illinois, rose to prominence as a heartthrob and leading man in the 1950s and 1960s. With his suave looks and acting prowess, Hudson captivated audiences with performances in films such as Giant, 1956, sharing the screen with icons like James Dean and Elizabeth Taylor. At the zenith of his career, Hudson's romantic roles in movies like Pillow Talk, 1959, secured his place as an adored star. Despite his public image, Hudson faced the personal battle of keeping his homosexuality hidden, a societal expectation at the time. On October 2, 1985, at 59 years old, Hudson became one of the first high-profile celebrities to announce an AIDS diagnosis. His courageous revelation significantly raised awareness about the disease and brought a compassionate, human perspective to the crisis. Today, Hudson is remembered not just for his cinematic achievements, but also as a pioneering figure in the fight against HIV/AIDS stigma and for greater understanding. Keith Haring, born on May 4, 1958, in Reading, Pennsylvania, was an influential artist and social activist whose work came to define the street art movement of the 1980s. Renowned for his bold, graffiti-inspired art, Haring's career took off in New York City, where his public murals and subversive pieces quickly made him a fixture of the art scene. His art, often brimming with life, color, and animated figures, such as the Radiant Baby and Barking Dogs, became symbols of the era. Haring used his art to engage in dialogue about pressing societal issues, and his activism was particularly felt in his work addressing the AIDS crisis, a cause close to him as he was openly living with HIV. On February 16, 1990, at the age of 31, Keith Haring died from AIDS-related complications. His untimely death was a profound loss to the art community. Vladu Valentino Liberace, born on May 16, 1919, in West Allis, Wisconsin, was a pianist and entertainer whose extravagant performances and magnetic charisma enthralled audiences worldwide. Rising to prominence in the 1950s, Liberace became synonymous with opulence and showmanship, captivating viewers with his television specials lavish concerts, and the seamless fusion of classical and popular music. At the pinnacle of his career, he was not only a celebrated musician, but also an embodiment of the glitz and glamour of show business. On February 4, 1987, at the age of 67, Liberace passed away from complications related to AIDS. As one of the early public figures to face the disease, his death played a significant role in raising AIDS awareness within the entertainment industry and beyond. Liberace's enduring legacy celebrates the flamboyance and creativity that forever altered the landscape of musical performance and entertainment. Halston, born Roy Halston Froelich on April 23, 1932, in Des Moines, Iowa, was a towering figure in American fashion, known for his minimalist, clean designs that captured the zeitgeist of the 60s and 70s. His innovative use of materials, notably ultra suede, and his knack for creating elegant, wearable designs made him a favorite among high-profile clients, including fashion icons like Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis and entertainers such as Liza Minnelli. At the pinnacle of his career, Halston was not just a fashion designer, but a celebrity in his own right, synonymous with the era's luxury and jet-set lifestyle. However, his life was tragically shortened when he died on March 26, 1990, at the age of 57, due to complications from AIDS. Halston's death underscored the toll of the AIDS epidemic on the world of fashion and creativity at large. His legacy continues to influence designers today, immortalizing his vision of effortless chic and reshaping American fashion's landscape. Rudolf Nureyev was born on March 17, 1938, aboard a Trans-Siberian train near Irkutsk in the Soviet Union, which is now part of Russia. He was a groundbreaking ballet dancer and choreographer who achieved international acclaim for his remarkable talent. After defecting from the Soviet Union in 1961, Nureyev became the principal dancer for the Royal Ballet in London. His dynamic presence on stage and exceptional abilities revolutionized ballet during his prime. Nureyev's impact reached beyond the ballet scene, leaving his mark in film and choreography as well. Tragically, on January 6, 1993, at the relatively young age of 54, Nureyev passed away due to complications from AIDS. His passing was mourned as the loss of a legendary figure whose artistic legacy continues to influence and shape ballet around the world. Perry Ellis, born on March 3, 1940 in Portsmouth, Virginia, was an iconic American fashion designer who redefined contemporary clothing with his innovative and fresh approach. During the 1970s and 1980s, Ellis rose to fame by crafting a brand that struck a fine balance between casual comfort and refined elegance. His designs were lauded for their practicality and played a significant role in shaping American fashion trends. As Ellis reached the zenith of his career, his health became the subject of public speculation. Tragically, on May 30, 1986, at the young age of 46, Perry Ellis passed away from AIDS-related complications. His death was a profound loss to the fashion industry, underscoring the AIDS epidemic's far-reaching impact. Ellis's legacy continues to resonate, as his vision for accessible, modern American style influences designers and fashion aficionados alike. Randy Schultz, born on August 8, 1951 in Davenport, Iowa, was an influential American journalist and author renowned for his seminal work, And the Band Played On, 1987. As one of the first voices to speak out about AIDS, Schultz's meticulous reporting chronicled the early stages of the epidemic, highlighting the responses from the medical community, politicians, and society at large. As a gay man, Schultz was not only reporting on the crisis, but also living at the heart of it. His efforts helped bring much-needed attention to the disease. Sadly, on February 17, 1994, Randy Schultz passed away at the age of 42 from complications related to AIDS. His dedication to journalism and activist work left a lasting legacy, profoundly influencing how the world understood and responded to the AIDS crisis. Schultz's impact is remembered through his compelling narrative and persistent advocacy in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Eric E Wright, born on September 7, 1964, in Compton, California, was a trailblazer in the hip-hop genre. As a co-founder of the groundbreaking group NWA Eazy-E, was instrumental in propelling West Coast rap into the mainstream during the late 1980s with his unique vocal style and enterprising spirit. His work on hits like Straight Outta Compton and Boys in the Hood earned him widespread acclaim. However, Eazy-E's life was cut short when he died on March 26, 1995, at just 30 years old due to complications from AIDS. The suddenness of his diagnosis and subsequent passing sent shockwaves through the music industry and his fan base. His death brought attention to the impact of the AIDS crisis within the hip-hop community and marked the loss of a significant cultural figure. The influence of Eazy-E endures in the legacy of NWA's members and the evolution of hip-hop music and culture. Anthony Perkins, born on April 4, 1932 in New York City, was a distinguished American actor and director. He became a global sensation with his haunting portrayal of Norman Bates in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, 1960. At the time of the film's release, Perkins was 28 years old and earned an Academy Award nomination for his performance. Throughout his career, Perkins showcased a wide range in both film and stage, contributing significantly to the arts. Tragically, on September 12, 1992, Anthony Perkins died at the age of 60 due to AIDS-related complications. Perkins had kept his HIV-positive status private, and with his passing, he became one of the first well-known figures in the entertainment industry to be acknowledged as having died from the disease. His legacy is preserved in his cinematic contributions and the increased awareness of AIDS within the Hollywood community. Alvin Ailey, born on January 5, 1931 in Rogers, Texas, was a revolutionary African-American choreographer and dancer. He founded the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater in 1958, creating a significant platform for black dancers and transforming the landscape of modern dance. Ailey's seminal work, such as Revelations, captured the essence of the African-American cultural experience. During his rise to prominence, Ailey was in his late 20s and quickly earned international praise for his contributions to dance. Sadly, on December 1, 1989, Alvin Ailey died at the age of 58 due to AIDS-related complications. His death represented the loss of a pioneering figure in dance, a true visionary who broke barriers and left a lasting mark on the world of modern dance through his artistic achievements and commitment to promoting diversity and inclusion within the arts. Dak Rambo, born Norman J. Rambo on November 13, 1941, in Early Mart, California, was an American actor who found fame on television in the 1970s and 1980s. He is best remembered for his role as Jack Ewing in the hit TV series Dallas. Rambo's striking looks and compelling performances made him a memorable presence on the small screen. On March 21, 1994, at the age of 52, Dak Rambo passed away from complications related to AIDS. His public diagnosis came during a tumultuous period in the fight against AIDS and brought increased attention to the impact of the epidemic on the entertainment industry. Rambo's work on television and his battle with the disease remain part of the ongoing narrative about AIDS awareness and understanding during that critical time. Brad Davis, born on November 6, 1949 in Tallahassee, Florida, was an American actor celebrated for his leading role in the 1978 film Midnight Express, where he portrayed Billy Hayes. His captivating performance in the film earned him critical acclaim and catapulted him to fame. At the time of his notable breakthrough, Davis was in his late 20s. His career spanned diverse roles, including appearances in the film Chariots of Fire, 1982, and the television series Roots. On September 8, 1991, at the age of 41, Brad Davis succumbed to complications related to AIDS. His personal battle with the disease was marked by efforts to increase public awareness and challenge the stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS. Davis's legacy is preserved through his powerful acting performances and his contributions to the discourse on the AIDS epidemic during a pivotal time in history. Diahan Carroll, born on July 17, 1935, in the Bronx, New York, was a pioneering American actress and singer. She broke new ground as the first African-American woman to star in her own television series, Julia, 1968 to 1971. Carroll was in her early 30s when the show premiered, shattering glass ceilings in the entertainment industry. Carroll's illustrious career was characterized by her remarkable versatility, which led her to critical acclaim across film, stage, and television. She earned an Academy Award nomination for her compelling portrayal in Claudine, 1974, and was honored with a Tony Award for her outstanding performance in the Broadway musical No Strings, 1962. Despite facing the challenges of breast cancer, Diahan Carroll continued to make significant contributions to the arts and received numerous accolades for her work. She passed away on October 4, 2019, at the age of 84. Her legacy endures, a symbol of elegance, talent, and a trailblazing spirit that has opened doors for generations of Black performers to come. Arthur Ashe, born on July 10, 1943, in Richmond, Virginia, was an iconic American tennis player and dedicated social activist. He made history as the first African-American man to win the Wimbledon singles title in 1975, securing his legacy at the age of 31. Ashe's career was defined not only by his excellence on the tennis court, but also by his advocacy for civil rights and humanitarian causes. On February 6, 1993, Arthur Ashe passed away at the age of 49 due to AIDS-related complications, which he likely contracted from a blood transfusion during heart surgery. His diagnosis and the circumstances of his illness highlighted the broader impact of the disease beyond the initial associations with the LGBTQ+ community. Ashe's enduring legacy reflects his remarkable fortitude, his contributions to sportsmanship, and his humanitarian efforts. In this heartfelt remembrance, we honor the memory of Diahan Carroll, celebrating the artistry and inspiration she brought to the world. If her story has touched you, please feel free to share your thoughts and reflections. Subscribe for more content that pays tribute to the exceptional talents we have lost and to keep their memories alive.